You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson, and this is my review for It Ends With Us. Now, before we get into this review, make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so that you can chill with me on each and every one of my latest videos. It Ends With Us is a 2024 romantic drama based on a book of the same name from Colleen Hoover. Lily Bloom moves to Boston in chase of her lifelong dream to open a flower shop. And one night she meets the charming neurosurgeon Ryle. And the two soon spark an intense connection. But as their relationship progresses, Lily sees sides to Ryle that remind her of her parents' relationship. And when Lily's first love, Atlas, re enters her life, it leaves her with an impossible choice to make. The film stars Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, who also directed the film, Jenny Slate, Brandon Sklenar, and Hassan Minaj. So I was informed that It Ends With Us was all the rage just earlier this year. It was a hugely popular book, but I also was told it was a little bit problematic, and I could see the problematic aspects just in that trailer. So to be honest with you, I was a little bit nervous heading into tonight's early access screening. But I love Blake Lively, and I love seeing her out there in Britney Spears' dress praising Britney. And it became this phenomenon for a reason. There has to be something in here that connected with so many readers. So I was hopeful that that would ring true and showcase on the big screen in film version. Ultimately, It Ends With Us was fine. It was a perfectly okay romantic drama. So let's go ahead and talk about the positives first. Well, I have to say, my biggest positive is the cast. Blake Lively is just so charming. She oozes this natural likability, this wonderful warmth in the film, as she does in most of her performances. I loved getting to see the more subtle nuances to her performance as well as she goes through these different emotions of realization, of falling in love, and trying to resist infatuation. I thought Lively was actually very, very good here. I also thought Justin Baldoni was very good in this film, which is a feat because he was directing himself. But again, the transformation of this character was really convincing. Honestly, yeah, I was falling in love too, girl. I understood immediately the appeal. But his performance, but his performance completely sold it. And honestly, maybe a little bit surprisingly, I really liked Jenny Slate. She may have been the scene stealer for me. I thought she killed it in this role. She was funny, she was heartfelt, and once more, really added a lot of layers to a character that could have just been one note comic relief best friend. I also find it really amusing this year, this summer, that Hassan Minaj has played two best friend husbands. It happened in Babes and it happened here. He plays the doting father and lovely husband very well, and he is once again just adorable and charming here. The film also excels at looking like a Blake Lively movie, capturing those vibes, if you will, the atmosphere, the music, the look of it all, gives off a Blake Lively romance film. Because in honesty, when I'm heading into a Blake Lively movie, I'm coming for that kind of ethereal cinematography. I'm coming to see her look drop dead gorgeous and wear stunning outfits. And all of those boxes are checked in spades. I will say some of these outfits, I don't know if I actually liked them or if she just wore them so damn well that I loved her wearing them. But she looks flawless the entire film. Even when she's ran down or looking disheveled, she still looks great. And that's half the fun with following Blake Lively is getting to see this stunning, fashionable woman. And in this case, play opposite a stunning, fashionable man. And I have to say, I liked the end message. I like where the title comes from. It ends with us. I thought the conversation with which it happens surprised me. It's not where I thought the title was going to be derived from, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was actually a very kind of powerful moment to have in the film, and to have that be the title moment worked well. So then what doesn't work so well when it comes to It Ends With Us? Well, the pacing is by far the biggest problem in this film. It takes a long time to get to the crux of the story, to add Atlas in present day. We have a lot of flashbacks. We spend a lot of time in the like romantic, fun courtship era of this relationship. And you're kind of just like, okay, what are we doing? This is taking a long time to get anywhere, honestly. There's only so much that ethereal cinematography and beautiful Blake Lively can get you. And this film stays far past that welcome. And then when we do add Atlas, it doesn't feel really organic. The conflict that arises between this kind of love triangle that's supposed to be somewhat set up just doesn't. Like, they don't develop that really at all. It doesn't feel like a great conflict for her character specifically. And also on the flip side, with Ryle, they do a good enough job developing his character right from the first moment we see him, actually. You see the seeds of what's to come for him. But this as a crux is just like, oh, okay, I don't know. It all feels very sudden. And I do see where the problematic aspects come in. The way they frame some of the conflicts between Lily and Ryle in the second and third act of this film, they frame it to where you can really understand why he's upset. Of course, not to where we go from there, but I think they kind of frame it a little bit sympathetic in some of these aspects. Thankfully, they don't go too far with that, and I appreciated that. And I don't know if they changed the ending or they changed how some of this is framed, but it didn't go down the problematic road I was anticipating, thankfully. But really, it kind of comes down to the fact that the script is okay, but it's not great. It doesn't give us the revelations you want. It doesn't really have as much to say. It's not as poignant as you can tell it thinks it is or it wants to be on the subject matter of cycles repeating themselves, generational cycles of trauma. I imagine if you enjoyed the book, you'll enjoy the film as well. It's just kind of a throwaway romantic drama. Honestly, if you're not a fan of the book and you haven't been like really looking forward to this film, I think you can wait for it to hit streaming. In many ways, it feels like that's where this should have debuted to begin with. So, that is my review for It Ends With Us. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see It Ends With Us? And if you've read the book, let me know all of your thoughts, either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.